Susie Orman is a famous, well-known financial advisor who has had a popular media presence for the past couple of decades. She's had a few different televised shows, some of them including segments where guests call in and ask if they can afford certain purchases based on some basic financial information.
Natalie, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to run the Paris Marathon.
Oh, okay.
Plus get trained for it with a running coach for the next few months. I love to run. I've already run 2 marathons in New York. And would love the experience of running another one in a new city.
Why not just run it where you live? I don't really get it.
Girlfriend, first of all, I stand in total admiration of the fact that you can run a marathon. I'm still trying to run a mile, but that's besides the point. Show me the
Susie,
money.
Maybe you need to get
So my take-home income every month is $3,232. My monthly expenses are $2,985.
Okay,
I have
a little bit of a surplus.
$51,000 in student loan debt. And in my savings, I have $14,000 in liquid savings, $3,000 in investments, and
with
$15,000 in retirement.
$18,000 in investable assets.
And how are you going to pay for this?
So you have what sounds like an active young person. They really haven't built up any retirement assets by age 33, which is not ideal for putting yourself in a good position by 40, 50, and 60. I like this example though because it's an expense that, because it's a marathon and for a fitness purpose, I think in general, people would say, yeah, you need to do what's good for you. So the fact that she wants to use some of her savings account to pay for this, and that she's running at not that big of a cash flow surplus, it would take her a long time to pay this back. Personally, I don't know what Susie will say here.
You were, huh? Denied. That's not even close. Sweetheart, you are $24,000 in need. That's how much you need in an emergency fund.
Needs more emergency
fund. We take this money out of what you currently have in an emergency fund. That brings us down to what? Like $11,000? That puts us way short.
So, very good point. I didn't think about it, but you definitely want enough emergency fund to at least cover 2 to 3 months of expenses at the bare minimum, if you're able to build that up. And some people will want an emergency fund big enough to cover 6 or more months of expenses, just in case they ever were not able to generate their income. Good on Susie to do the quick math here and inform this person that you just don't have enough in savings to be throwing $3,000 away on a running trip. She should just run the 26 miles at home.
You aren't going to Paris. Just run one of those marathons right here until you have saved.
There it is, yes.
I want to buy a pre-owned Louis Vuitton handbag. And Susie, this bag is a must-have, iconic fashion staple. It's classic. It's never going out of style. I can use it for decades. I can even give it to my daughter someday and it will still be in style. So I will definitely get my money's worth.
Why is she justifying it so much?
I just hear you say this is a must-have.
It is a must-have.
This is a must. This is a need, right? You need this in order to just breathe the air in every day, right?
I think Susie's starting to make the point that if anything becomes mandatory for you, anything that's not actually mandatory starts to become mandatory, it can cause you to start making some pretty bad financial decisions. I'm looking at this going, okay, as stupid as a used handbag is that this lady thinks is so wonderful, $300 is it's not a small sum, and in terms of a monthly budget, it would be a big deal. I don't know, as long as she has a few $1,000s in the bank, at least I would say, just go ahead and do it, lady. I don't think Susie will say that though, just because this seems frivolous.
Absolutely.
Okay, show me the money.
Okay, so our income is $4,300 a month combined.
Yep.
Our expenses are $2,960 a month.
Pretty low.
Our debt is $200,000 30-year fixed mortgage and $44,000 in student loans, which are currently deferred because my husband's in grad school.
Yeah.
Our savings
hopefully he'll be able to pay that back.
$25,000 liquid and $23,000 in retirement.
It's $300.
And I just have to ask, are these student loans, are they subsidized or unsubsidized?
Unsubsidized. However, we have started paying on some of them.
She probably shouldn't do this because 1, it's stupid, and 2, the money would just be better used from a net worth perspective by knocking down those student loans that she's not paying on. But if it were me personally, and if it were me advising someone, I still just almost might say, if it's that big of a deal to you and it's $300, whatever. Especially with 25 grand in savings.
Must have enough money to pay student loans. I must have certain things to make sure that you're okay. A purse being a must have My verdict comes down very easily on this one. You have been approved. Because you actually have $350 to do this. I hated that I had to approve you, but you have the money to do it. All right.
Okay, so yeah, I guess ultimately it's just easy enough to spend $300 when you have $25,000 in cash. Yeah, the student loans aren't ideal. Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of money saved, but I mean, it's $300. They have a net surplus each month of $1,000, if that's accurate. And that's a big if. I think most people fail. I know I've failed in a lot of times in my life to accurately budget what I'm spending each month or understand what I'm spending each month. So if there's $1,000 surplus and there's $25,000 in cash, just buy it. Susie agrees.
What do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I just have to say that I think you're amazing, and I'm so excited to talk to you.
Will you still like me no matter what I say at the end of this?
Of course.
All right, good. All right, now the pressure's off. What do you want to buy?
I want to buy a gyrotonic expansion system pulley tower.
You want to buy what?
Workout equipment?
It's a large piece of specialized exercise equipment.
Have you ever even used one?
Just say 8,500.
I totally have. I'm actually
plus
training
2,000?
to get certified to teach it right now.
So a gyrotonic pulley tower.
Yes.
Wait, am I seeing this also right? The tower is $6,500, but you have to pay $2,000 to have it shipped?
Well, I'm estimating that it's going to cost about that much because I'm located in Hawaii.
Oh, so it's got to go all the way
hurts.
over there. All right, show me the money. I don't even know what it is, but okay, show me the money.
Okay, so I have $1,900 for monthly take-home pay from a part-time job.
Yep.
And $400 from teaching Pilates.
Keep going.
Very
Yeah.
low income.
$300 total. My expenses total about $1,600 a month.
Yeah.
That includes my $200 rent. I have no debt, and I have a liquid savings of $2,800.
No.
And how are you going to pay for this?
No.
I was thinking about putting it on my credit card.
Oh, you were denied. You are so denied, and let me tell you why. Obviously, this is a Pilates contraption. You make $400 a month teaching Pilates. So therefore, it will, because we can't assume.
Hold on, let's watch that again real quick. That was too good. That was just too sarcastic.
I was thinking about putting it on my credit card.
Oh, you were denied. You are so denied, and let me tell you, you were denied. You are so denied. Just because you have this contraption that you're gonna make more money, we have to always assume the worst. It's going to take you a full 2 years to pay for it.
At
Plus,
least.
I'm almost $9,000 short of an emergency
Yeah,
fund.
just
You
no
should
way.
get a gyrotronic pulley tower for your emergency fund so that you could pull more into your own being. You aren't getting it, girlfriend.
That one was super easy because the girl, although she had no debt, had very little income, very little surplus, and almost no savings. So just makes no sense to put that whole thing on a credit card. Also in this scenario, like I just mentioned, it's very, very important for people to try to have an accurate idea of what their expenses look like. I see this all the time with clients, even people who are financially responsible, sometimes well-to-do. They want to retire, and we start having the conversation around what does that retirement budget really need to be? You're going to get $3,000 a month from Social Security, $1,000 a month from pension. How much more do you need from probably retirement accounts to maintain your lifestyle? I've seen answers range from, well, I don't know if it's $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month. And that's just a massive difference when you have to cover that monthly expense for like a 30-year retirement period. When you're still working, you can sometimes get around bad budgeting just because you have typically higher take-home income, but you want to have a good idea of what your total spend looks like just to know if your cash flows can cover additional net worth positive things. And then certainly later on in life, you need to know what it's going to look like. All that is to say that I don't necessarily trust the quick monthly expense number that these people are putting together and sending into probably the producers of this show, unless they've seriously spent a lot of time looking at what they actually spend, what they think they'll need to spend, and average that all out. I love this lady. She was one of the first times I was exposed to the financial advice industry while my dad was watching the show on TV in some evenings, and this specific segment was always my favorite. So it's fun to look back at some of these old videos and just see the weird questions that people have. There are sometimes examples where people will be like, hey, I have 2.5 million in retirement, I have $1.5 million in stocks and 300,000 in the bank. Is it okay if I you know, go on a $10,000 trip to Disney World. And obviously they're just flexing. So it can be funny to see Susie's reactions to those very obvious questions too. So if you think you'd like to see more of these types of videos from me, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. And thanks for watching.